In 2022, I released the Mirage coin set and it was incredibly successful. Then in 2023, I bought out the Apparition coin set, which literally set a sales record at AlakazamMagicUK and sold out in 2 hours. Well, now I'm back with the Nightshade project.
Hi guys, and welcome to today's live. We're just getting ready for tonight's live launch, so you can join us for the live launch of this bad boy, the Nightshade project. And we have got the creator with us here, and I'll be bringing him on in a moment. Before we do, let's just introduce my co-host, the amazing Mr. Wayne Goodman. Hello, mate.
Hello. I don't know why that was done up so high there. Let me turn
That was
down.
up really high. There you go.
It was. It's not cold here.
Turn your radiators on.
No, they're on. They're on. I just thought to say this on, but there we go. Yes, very exciting for tonight. It's a long time coming, and I know that a lot of people are very excited about it and waiting for it. So yeah, very excited.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a great night. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our special guest, the amazing Mr. Craig Petty.
Oh, here he is.
Hello, I know what you're thinking. Jesus, Harry's let himself go.
Do you know what? I was wondering if anyone was going to be surprised that Craig was like a surprise special guest there. Like, I wonder who they got on the show today, blah, blah, blah. And then you posted up from Craig on the screen. It came up with... not so sunny Ashford, kind of giving the game away.
Kind of gives the game away a bit. But no, it's fantastic to be back here. As per normal, every time I visit Ashford, I'm having myself worked into an early grave. We have literally not stopped filming. Yesterday, we started filming at around about 9:30, and we finished at what, 11:30 at night?
11:30 at night,
yeah. Pete, I sent Pete a message saying how was filming. And he just sent me a picture of you, a camera, and the tag, still going.
Do you know what, though? It was great. These are projects that are going to see the light of day in 2024, hopefully, for Blackpool. And
the one that we're filming later on today and tomorrow is the one that is the project that more people have been asking me to do than anything else that I've ever been asked for. It's the most requested thing that I've been asked for, and we're finally putting it together this week.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be great. But I will say as well, this is a really exciting day for us because the launch of Nightshade. Nightshade is our biggest project in the history of AlakazamMagicUK. Mm-hmm. It's the biggest project we've been involved in with regards to everything. The size of the tutorial, the manufacturing that's gone into it, what you're receiving. It's our biggest project to date, all round. And I'm so excited. It's been something that we've been working on for, it's over a year now.
Yeah, it is. It's over a year we started putting this together. Yeah. It's incredible because, obviously we launched the Elite Coin Magic range with the Mirage coin set. And that was phenomenally popular. If you remember when that came out, it was like a batch came in, it went out. Put your name down for batch 2. Batch 2 comes in, it goes out, put your name down for batch 3. And it just went on, and it continues to sell to this day. Yeah. And Mirage just changed the game when it came to coin magic and made it more accessible for a lot of people. And then Apparition came out, and that you know, like it said at the beginning, that sort of set sales records. Very different to Mirage, but just as commercial, which was the important thing for me. And you kind of, you know, Alakazam are developing this elite coin range, and it's really important to me that every single thing that we bring out builds on what has come before. Yeah. It's better than what's come before, but also it's different to what's come before as well. And when you see the live launch tonight, you'll realize that Nightshade is very different to anything that you saw with Mirage. It's very different to anything that you saw with Apparition. It's a completely different thing. The routines are different. It's taken a completely different approach to it. But it's super commercial. Like, this is stuff that I've been doing for probably the last 15 or 16 years. And it's expansive. If you thought the Mirage coins, if you put the Mirage coin set and Apparition together, it still doesn't come close to the scale of the Nightshade coin set in terms of the routines, the teaching. It's you know, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I think it's one of the best things that I've ever done. And I'm so excited for people to finally get their hands on it. You know, I think that people are going to love it. They really are. I mean, I just remember doing it all the time at Magic Live, and, you know, people in the bar just, you know, seasoned magicians watching it and just not having a clue. People like Magic Blay, who I consider to be one of the best magicians of all time, and probably outside of Mark Mason, the best pitch man in Magic. And here's a guy who was in the bar watching me do this, and he just didn't have a clue. He was just, his head was just getting spun around. And but the key thing is, it's not magic for magicians, although it is magic that magicians like watching. It's a lot easier than you think. You watch me doing a routine on Nightshade, and you can think, Christ, I'm never going to be able to do that. It's very easy. There's routines on Nightshade that are almost self-working. And then there's other routines that are a little bit more difficult. And just like the Mirage coin set, we're going to guide you on the way so you can jump in at any level, and there's stuff you're going to be able to do. So.
Yeah. So, and the other thing, Alex has asked the question. We're not going to answer a lot of questions about Nightshade here because that's what the live launch is for. But Alex did say, is Nightshade for walk around or more for table work? Nightshade is more in the hands. It's more for walk around.
Nightshade, so Mirage had a selection of routines that happened in the hands, and there was a lot of stuff that happened at the table. I'd say, sorry, Mirage, yeah. Nightshade, I'd say probably 10% of the material is table-based. I'd probably say 45% is based up here. So think things like 3-fly, but not just 3-fly. A lot of the routines are up here, so if you're performing banquet or bar magic, or you're performing walk around and you take a step back and it all happens up here, that's where a lot of the routines are. And then the other routines are in the hands, walk around situation. So I'd probably say 45% walk around, 45% sort of up here, and 10% on the table.
Yeah. The other thing that's really good about this, and someone asked a question about this on the cafe. I didn't really understand the question because it was worded a little bit weird, but because we are releasing them in dollars and $half, which is now the same with the Apparition, the same with the Mirage. If you own a Mirage $half or you own a Mirage $1, if you get the Nightshade in the same denomination, you can sort of mix and match the coins. Mm-hmm. So halfway through your routine, or when you finish one routine, you can switch out one gimmick for another gimmick. The gimmicks in Nightshade are completely different. It's not as if you own Mirage and buy Nightshade, you're going to go, oh, this is just the same gimmicks with a bunch of other routines. They're completely different. They allow you to do different effects that are not possible with the Mirage, and vice versa.
Yep.
But the great thing is, because we've gone for the same two denominations, you can actually mix and match the coins, which are going to expand your routines. And that's something that Craig feels really passionate about as well. And he's offered to do next year, there's going to be a free academy course for anyone that owns either the Mirage or the Nightshade, or both, and it will be an academy on combining both sets.
And also apparition. We're going to
And
be able to
apparition.
throw apparition in there as well.
Yeah.
So if you've got Nightshade and Mirage, I'm going to show you in this academy how to combine Nightshade and Mirage, and I'm going to go through extra routines that you can only do if you've got those two sets, because the gimmicks between both of them will work in conjunction with each other, whether it's $50 or $1. I'm going to show you how to take apparition and combine apparition with Nightshade, how to combine apparition with Mirage, how to combine Mirage with apparition. It's going to be a free academy, and as long as you own one of my coin sets, I'm going to go through everything.
Yeah, brilliant. So that's it. That's all we're going to say about these. If you want to know what they are, and I'm going to be absolutely, this isn't sales talk or anything else. We have not got many of these for launch. We've got more $50 versions than we have dollars. We have got a few more dollars coming in next week, but as of now and tonight, we don't have a huge amount of the dollars in stock. And
that's not FOMO. Genuinely, we haven't.
Yeah.
I was on the phone yesterday to Roy Cooper's discussing future projects, and he's working his little butt off trying to make more Nightshades, because we know what's going to happen. It happened with Mirage. Mirage sold out on launch.
Yeah.
Took weeks for it to come back in. By the time the second batch came in, we were working on making a list of people for batch 3, and that has continued. Apparition sold out in 2 hours. Then when it came back, sold out again. This is what happens with these coin sets. They're very difficult to make. It takes Roy a long time to make them. They're all made by hand. Every single one is tested at Alakazam. And because of that, it's not like something where we can just get 1,000 units in and we're good to go. This is not fear of missing out. This is the fact. And also, from a business point of view, and I have nothing to do with the business of Alakazam, but I am in business, and I can guess that it costs a lot of money to get these things made up, because you've got to pay for them beforehand. So there's lots of factors. So yeah, we've got them in stock. I don't know how much longer they're going to. If it's anything like the last two, they're going to sell out on launch.
Yeah, and it was with the Mirage set. That was the Mirage set launch was actually delayed by 2 months, I believe.
Yeah, because we couldn't get the packaging.
Yeah, and that was supposed to be around about this time last year, and it got delayed, and we were sort of at that point again this year where we were going, we haven't got enough, and then we just said, you know what, we're just going to do it anyway, because I feel it's the perfect thing to either put on your Christmas list or alternatively buy it for yourself as a Christmas treat, because over Christmas we all have that little bit of time to ourselves where we can sit down and learn something new, and the Nightshade is that perfect project to do it with.
I will say one more thing. People have asked me, what should I get, $50 or $1? And the answer is very simply, it's whatever you want to do. Yeah. Like if you've got a $50 Mirage, you might want to get a $50 Nightshade. If you've got $1 Mirage, you want to get $1 Nightshade. It's totally up to you. I use dollar size coins an awful lot because I've got very big hands. But Pete was in the shop with me yesterday and he said, I've never seen you work with the Nightshade $50 version. Can you show me some routines? And I just stood in the shop for like 15 minutes performing some of the routines of Nightshade with $50. And Pete was like, okay, it looks just as good with $50 as it does with dollars. Yeah. And it does, it makes no difference. They look just as good with either coin. It just depends on what type of coin you prefer to work with. A lot of the time I prefer dollars, so I use dollars.
Yeah, I must admit, I've picked up one of each for myself. My go-to Mirage is the $50 version. Even though I am using the dollar version, I've got a dollar version, but my go-to is the half. And I think my go-to will probably be the half on the Nightshade. But I love Free Fly, and I do think it's a bit more visual with dollars.
Although I showed you 3-5 yesterday with the $50 version, and you said, "Oh my God, that looks amazing."
Yeah.
So, you know,
I mean, it's the same effect. The magic is the same. It's just the coins are just that little bit bigger. But the great thing is, if you join us for the live launch tonight, you're going to see Craig demonstrating some of those routines live. Mm-hmm. You're going to be able to ask questions. You're going to be able to ask about the sizes and recommendations and this, that, and the other. And we're going to go a bit more in depth into it. and showing you what they are, and you know, I mean, it is a beautiful set. We're really proud of them. Everything about it is just fantastic. The gimmicks are amazing. I only do one effect off here so far. That's the only one I've learned. Craig is going to be giving myself and Harry a masterclass in the next day or so on 3 other effects that we want to learn. But I'm performing an effect called throw coins.
It's a great one.
Absolutely.
It's a great one.
Love. It could quite possibly be the best coins across I've ever done. I mean, I performed it in Holland recently, or Belgium, sorry. I was at the BMF convention in Holland, and I was performing it there, and I done it to Leo, and Leo's jaw was on the floor. He had no idea what was going on. And I'll get you to show that tonight as well,
sure,
because throw coins, and the reason why I went for that one first was not only did I like the routine, but I went, that looks really easy. And it literally is really easy.
It's a piece of cake.
Anyone could pick it up and do it in 10 minutes.
And that's the thing, there's like, what, 40 odd routines? 40?
Just over 30, I think, at the moment, but that's not without the bonus stuff that is sure to come at some point soon. So let me have a look if there's any questions.
By the way, can I just say, I think we've set a record here at Alakazam today already, in that this is the quietest Wayne Goodman's ever been, like ever.
I knew that.
He's not said a word. He's not said a word. He's just sat there with his nice little woolly jumper, stars in the background, not said a word. I mean, it's bliss, Wayne, to be perfectly honest. It's lovely.
Mate, I tell you, it's just nice to, you know, hear you speak for once. It's nice for you to, get a word in.
I am quite a shy, reserved character. It takes a lot for me to come out my shell. So,
someone actually Danny put, I was wondering if Wayne had frozen.
Yeah, why do you think he's got his jumper on so full, so high? He's definitely frozen.
Right, so let me have a look if anything. Oh,
well, while you're looking at that, can I quickly just? Oh, sorry, go on.
There's a good comment by Nemesis there. You're still talking about those coins you're not talking about yet.
That's funny.
Can I just quickly go in and say, just to remind everyone that on the 19th of December, make sure your diaries are marked for the ALAKAZAM online party. Which I believe
am filming today, Wayne, a 20-minute exclusive lecture on unpublished material for that Christmas party.
So the only way you're going to get to see that is by watching the Christmas party on the 19th. And it will be shown on Facebook and on YouTube like normal. Just tune in like you are now. I think Pete's losing a little bit, because Pete, did you say you're going to be giving away over £1,000 worth of magic on the night?
Well over £1,000 worth of magic.
Just
and
bonkers.
Our good friends at Murphy's as well have sent over a few bits, including a brand new release, which isn't even out yet. It's not out until next week, I believe. But they've sent me a bunch of those, which we're going to be giving away on the evening as well.
I want one of them.
Yeah.
That's the trick I want. You know, we were talking today and you were saying, what were you asking? I was like, that's the one that I want. That looks amazing.
Yeah, they've sent us 3 of those, I think. And they've sent us the last demi deck they had in stock. Now, we've been out of stock for about a month. There are no more, as far as I'm aware. You can't buy one anywhere. But we've got one, brand new, to give away on the Christmas party.
Very nice.
So, and loads of other stuff. So anyway, Craig is going to be performing a couple of tricks for us in a little while. But before we do, I've got a couple of trailers to play actually, but I'm going to play one, and I believe Craig knows this trick. So when we come back, we can talk about it a bit more, because I don't actually know what it is or what happens. So let's have a little look-see.
is an impossible piece of card magic performed under test conditions. With the cards written down ahead of time, you find the selected card, and incredibly, the spectator finds yours. Here's what happens. The cards are examined, shuffled, and cut into 2 piles. Each person gets a pile and freely selects a card from it. The names of the selected cards are written on separate pieces of paper. The cards are then lost into the piles and fairly mixed together. Under these impossible conditions, you find their card and they try to find yours. You go first and cut the deck directly to the participant's card. Take a look. Then it's their turn. They're allowed to cut the deck anywhere they want. They remove the card, they turn it over, and it is exactly correct.
God.
That's exactly
No idea.
The card they find is the same card that you wrote down at the beginning of the trick. How? It's because Nemesis uses a simple, streamlined method and handling that eliminates the need for marks, crimps, or specially printed or treated cards.
Look at that.
And what I love about the deck is its versatility. You can perform any other card trick you already know how to do with the Nemesis deck, which means you can start and finish a multiple trick set using only the Nemesis deck. It comes ready to go, right out of the box, printed on red bicycle cards.
Oh no! No! That's a really good one.
Also included is an instructional video where I'll show you multiple ways to handle the Nemesis routine, along with a bonus handling that will allow you to find the selected cards at freely named numbers.
How to feel?
It's all easy to do and doesn't require any sleight of hand.
Okay, now this is crazy. If you get this one, I'm gonna be scared.
Incomprehensible. It's so cool.
How did I did it? I don't know.
Wait, what? This is Nemesis, bro? This is Nemesis,
yes. I've been holding on to this one for a little bit, and I hope you'll love it. This is my Nemesis deck.
So, Nemesis deck. Craig, you are on the trailer.
Well, I'm good friends with Nick, and I saw him. So I didn't even know I was being filmed on that on that trailer. I was over and I was filming some stuff for Penguin, and I was waiting for it to. We're in this place called Pins where they film a lot of their performances, and I was waiting for it to get a little bit busier. So I was sitting there chatting to some of the guys, and little did I know that Nick, they'd set a camera up, and I was already mic'd up because obviously I was going to be performing my own stuff. And Nick showed me this and blew me away. Like, blew me away. I had no clue how it was done. I couldn't even reverse engineer it. And then last week when I was in Ireland, he was lecturing in Ireland, and it was kind of a unanimous thing that this was the trick of the convention at Ireland, at the Midwest Magic Convention. Incredible. And Nick's a great performer.
Yeah.
You know, wonderful hair. Great. In fact, my favourite part of his stage show, by the way, is as he was, it was so funny. I was performing in this stage show. Every couple of minutes, he'd reach into his back pocket, just get some Elmer's glue, just squirt it on his hair, and he's just a funny guy. But this particular routine, what you just saw is exactly how it plays. So at the beginning, he brings out 2 billets, and he says, look, I want you to write your name. I'm going to make a prediction of 2 cards. I'm going to write let's get this straight. He starts off by having the deck examined. He has the deck examined. He has the deck shuffled. The deck is examined. The deck is shuffled. They then cut them into 2 piles. You take a card. He takes a card. But at that point then, you write the cards down. The card that you've picked and the card that he picked. they're written down and signed on 2 separate billets, so they're committed. And it's not like a switch or a change or anything like that. You're committing yourself to the cards that you've took. And then, after a bunch of stuff, you cut to their card, and they cut to a card, and they've cut to your card. And it's not like a thing where you're pretending it's another card and it's a marked deck or anything. It's nothing like that. It's not breather crimps or anything like that. It's a very, very cool method. And yeah, he performed it live in his lecture to close his lecture, and he fooled a room of 40, 50, 60 magicians, just didn't have a clue.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Well, Nemesis deck is in stock now. We had a delivery from Penguin last week, and as per usual, as soon as we put it on an email, we sell out. We had a limited edition, which I'm really glad is back, because that's such a killer version of the Princess card trick.
But there's so many new handlings on there as well. They've added so many gimmick cards, so many extra handlings to it. It's such a great routine.
Yeah, well, I sent an email out on that on Sunday. Within 2 hours, I think we were sold out.
Yeah,
so
makes sense.
We're waiting for
Not
more
surprised.
to come in. But that's really good. So Nemesis deck, that's in stock now. So Craig, would you like to show us something? I'm going to bring you up on screen with Wayne.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yay. It's Wayne. Hey. How you doing, buddy?
I could take them. I'm not going. You're a guest today. I'm going to be nice. Go on.
Thank you. I'm going to show you a trick, Wayne. You fancy seeing a trick?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you a trick using one of these.
Okay.
A Rubik's Cube. Using a Rubik's Cube. And as well as a Rubik's Cube, I've got these cards. Now, hopefully these are coming across okay on camera. What these are speed cuber cards. So if you're a speed cube, or if you speed cube, which a lot of people do, it helps you improve your solve time. Because on the other side, what we have is each card has a different scramble. That's when a cube is mixed up, they call them a scramble. And each one has a completely different scramble. There's even one card there where the cube is completely solved. There's something like 47 quintillion million combinations of the Rubik's Cube. And these are some. Now, when you get these, you get a deck and you get a whole bunch of them, but we're just going to use a few. And that one that's solved, we're going to put that to one side for a minute. We're not going to use that. We're going to put that there. And before we do anything else, I'm going to have I'm going to mix up this cube. And the idea is the more you mix up a Rubik's Cube, the harder it is to solve. Like I said, there's 47 quintillion million combinations. As I mix this up, Wayne, anytime you want to, just say stop. Important you take your time and get paid by the hour.
Stop.
There, you sure?
Yep.
Perfect. Now, one more turn would have changed everything. One more turn would look completely different, right? Now we can do the same thing here with these cards. They're all different. As I go through, anytime you want to, just say stop.
Stop.
That one or that one? The one in my left hand here or my right hand here?
Left hand.
That one right there, yeah?
Yeah.
This one. Perfect. Okay, we'll put that on the face. Now think about this for a minute. The odds of, like I said, to put 47 quintillion million into context is very simple. If you put 47 quintillion million cubes next to each other, they would span the circumference of the Earth twice. This is impossible. Let me explain why. You said stop in this exact position. You said stop right here, and if I pick these up and show you these, look at that side of the cube and look at this cube here. It exactly matches. Big block of white, yellow, 2 green there, 2 green there, and a blue there. But then look at this side. Big strip of orange, then blue, then red, then yellow. And look up here, we've got yellow, we've got orange, we've got green, orange, blue, blue, orange, white. That's a complete and total match, which is pretty cool. I mean, the fact that you were able to decide where to stop on the cards and where to stop on the cube and they matched exactly is incredible. But normally when I do this, people turn around to me and they say, Craig, because that's my name, they say, Craig, here's the thing, that's very, very impressive, but we want you to solve the cube. Every single person that I've ever performed this to, they want me to solve the cube. Now, obviously, I could solve the cube if I wanted to, but I'm a magician. My job as a magician is to do the impossible. My job is to make the impossible possible. And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to try and make the impossible possible. Rather than solving the cube, I'm going to try and solve a picture of a cube so that they end up looking like this one, which is a little bit difficult, but I'm going to try and do it anyway. If I take this one and I do this just by snapping my fingers, this one solves as well, which is pretty cool. Let's see if we can do it again with this one. You know exactly what's going to happen. Nothing happens though until I snap, and then that one solves as well. What I'm doing is I'm solving the pictures of these cubes one by one, and every time I do this it becomes a little bit more impossible. I'll try and do this one visually. It happens on 3. 1, 2, 3. That one solves as well. You actually see these cubes solving. If I do this one and I snap my fingers, we know exactly what's going to happen. That one's going to solve. That one's a little bit more difficult, but I'll do it anyway. If I snap, that one solves. And the last one, I'll do it at the same time. I'll take that one and I'll take this one. I'll do one snap. That one solves and that one solves. And now we have a situation where every single one of these cubes, Wayne, all the way through has solved, which is great. But when I do this, people turn around to me and they say, Craig, that's impressive, but that's a picture. You need to solve the actual cube. Now that would be impossible. Because the world champion solves it in like 4 seconds, but he's been doing it for years. But then again, I am a magician, so if I was going to solve this, it would look like this. I'll do it in 1 second. Wayne, when you say go.
Go.
That's a second, right? And that one solved. Every single picture solved, and that is Wild Cubes. I love this. I love this trick.
I think I prefer Ryland's handling.
Most people do. Most people do, to be honest. But no, I mean, this is Ryland's trick. I mean, all I added to it was a little bit of the bonus content, but the actual structure of this is all Ryland, nothing to do with me. But what's really cool about this is it makes, anytime you can take a card trick and you can turn it into something else, I think it just makes it 20 times better. And this is perfect because Wildcard has nothing, you know, it's kind of like 9 of Hearts are going to turn into Jack of Spades or whatever, and that's great, that's awesome, that's fantastic. But this has got an interesting hook by adding this extra prop and adding these cards. First of all, you've got the matchup leading into it, which is impossible. Just that moment is impossible right there. But then you've got the structure of the wild cube happening where all of the and it's a little bit different to like cards changing from one to another. It looks like these pictures are just solving right in front of your eyes. And then you've got this moment here where the cube solves. And then if you do my cube 52, this is a perfect lead into cube 52 because you can put these away and it instantly resets when you do put them away.
Craig's microphone's just gone off.
Oh.
Hang on a minute. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, the batteries have gone, like I said, they might do.
You should have some on the table there.
No.
While you're doing that, that was great. I really love the fact that it goes from being just a card trick into a, like you say, it's an actual tangible object. So it's like, you know, you're doing it with the cards and then the cards become, is that Lino?
Yeah. Am I back? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you go from the card trick. Yeah, I can hear you now. It goes from being just a card trick to being something with an actual physical object. Really elevates what's going on there.
Yeah, and if anybody's got my Cube 52 deck, which was really popular when it came out a couple of months ago, this is the perfect lead into Cube 52 because you can put this away in your pocket and you can say, actually, let me show you something else with the Rubik's Cube. I've got this deck here. This is another deck designed for speed cubers, but this is a different thing. All of the cards have got colors on them. And now you're into another routine. And I use this. I mean, it's Ryland's trick. I'm biased. I'm Ryland's dad. I think he's amazing. But this is genuinely my favorite packet trick. I do it all the time. And it just kills. And it doesn't feel like a packet trick. And it just makes total sense. And what's nice is you don't need to know how to solve a cube. You know, everything is so easy with it. So yeah, it's this one. Wild Cubes got released last Wednesday by Ryland, and I've put a load of bonus material on there as well. And I think this is a sleeper. I think You know, I think this is one of the well, out of everything that I do, this is probably one of the things that I do the most. And I know Ryland does it. Ryland doesn't do as much close-up as he does stage, but he's got residency, he does close-up, and every time he does close-up, he opens with this. That is his opening routine.
So good.
Nice.
So good. So
that's available now, isn't it, Pete?
That's in stock and available now. I've got another little trailer to play. Now, if you are looking to buy something very special for someone that's getting into magic, then look no further than this.
Are you looking for the perfect gift for anyone looking to get into magic? Well, we've got you covered. Here at AlakazamM, we have handpicked some of our favourite amazing magic range items and made 3 awesome sets to suit any budget. Now, the great thing about these tricks is that each one comes with the props needed to perform the effect, but it also comes with full video instructions, so it's never been easier to learn magic. So whether you're 6 or 106, you can start fooling your friends and family with these awesome magic kits. And it comes in this sexy box as well, even better. So get yours now at alakazam.co.uk. Unbelievable.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh look, we've got a little Nemesis in shot. He's out of shot.
He's back in. He's out.
Is he just coming for a cuddle?
Yeah, he loves a cuddle. I forgot to cuddle him when I walked in yesterday, but I soon remembered, and he was overjoyed.
And anybody who's watching this, when you go to the Blackpool Magic Convention, Nemed's going to be there. There's nothing that Nemed loves more than you coming up to him and giving him a big fat cuddle.
Yeah.
I know what my favourite bit is the way he tries to look like he doesn't enjoy it, but that look of "don't touch me, get away from me" is actually come on, bring it in, share the love.
He's all about the social sharing.
He likes the squeezy, bear huggy ones as well.
Yeah, it's his favourite thing in the world. Remember,
he does like that little kiss on the cheek with it, or a nibble of his ear. He's a bit partial to the nibble on the ear. I've noticed that. I have noticed.
You want to feel good? Hug a Nemed.
Yeah, yeah. Enjoy Blackpool, Nemed. It's going to be great.
I've read that the Nemed is the ancient Nordic word for hug.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There you go. That makes actually a lot of sense.
It's used in the phrase as in someone who you wouldn't say, "Oh, give me a Nemed," like that. It's more like, "Oh, he's a Nemed," which means he's a lover of hugs.
Lover of hugs.
So that's how they use their language.
Sums him up, a lover of hugs. That's Nemed.
Lover of hugs. Yeah.
It's great. Brilliant. Good to know. Good to know. So that was.
Come back next week for more Nemed facts.
We should have a Nemed fact every week.
We definitely.
Right, I'll do it. Nemed. He's never going to talk to me again. Worth it.
Worth it.
Roy Smith says, sounds like he would love a proper Roy cuddle. 100%.
Oh my God.
That would be his dream come true.
Didn't he mention that earlier? That that's what he's really hoping for, but he was too embarrassed to ask?
Roy was in the shop the other day, and he's a big guy. He's like 6 foot something. He can probably give a proper cuddle.
Have you seen Braveheart?
Yeah.
You know, the big guy that when William Wallace comes back to the village, and the big Scottish, like the Viking kind of Scottish guy, and he's got the hair and the beard, and he's like, you've got the guy you're not going to mess with, the toughest guy in the village. That's Roy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll hug Nemed whether he wants it or not.
Yeah. Nemed can't wait, Roy.
Awesome.
Right, let me have a look here, because there's a few messages coming in.
What you got there, Pete?
There's a couple of things. We've got this one, which is quite interesting. I like mixing some of Craig Petty's effects with Jamie Dawes' macabre style of magic. Craig would do excellent with a tarot deck.
I'm trying to go in the opposite direction to Jamie. Jamie's cornering the Halloween market. I'm trying to go for the Christmas market.
Yeah. So someone did actually say they want to hear you say ho, ho, ho.
Absolutely. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
That's perfect.
That's what you need.
It's starting to feel like Christmas now.
It is.
In a couple of days, we're into December.
It is.
Right.
If you haven't got your Christmas cards yet, get it. It's perfect for all of those Christmas gigs.
You've got Christmas cards there, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
We'll have a look at that in a moment. Let me have a look. Nemid put, anyone that isn't responsible for part of my income and attempts to hug me will be made to suffer for centuries.
So he's saying bring it on then. I mean, all I heard there was, I love hugs.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It's like that, what do they call it? The playground hair pulling or something.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we probably get a dirty fancier.
Yeah. So he sort of, it's like, you know, when someone moans about it so much that you go, you like it really, don't you?
Yeah,
Otherwise
that's what it
you
is.
wouldn't be
Yeah.
making such a thing about it.
He does. He loves it. He loves it.
He does. I know he does. Don't you, Dem?
We all know
He's
he does.
gone.
He's
Oh,
gone.
We've got next door to the Andy and Harry for a hug.
Yeah, that's he can't cope. He can't cope without it.
Right, so let's have a look. I've got I've got one more trailer and then we'll come back for another performance from the amazing Mr. Petty. Okay. So this is another effect that looked really good. H did it on our socials. I don't know if you know this one, Craig. Transpo Travel.
Yeah, Nick had those at the Island as well, and he was demming them on the Penguin booth, and it looked incredible.
Great effect.
It's so visual.
Yeah.
It's what card magic should look like.
It's really good. So let's take a look at that now.
Two jokers, the aces
What?
have traveled a long time ago.
Wait, do that one more time.
I love you.
That was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Transpo travel is one of my favorite effects where four aces switch positions with the two jokers. Comes magic and surprise. Magic because aces has traveled. Surprise because here I only have two jokers. The aces have traveled a long time ago. I don't know.
Transpo Travel is a ridiculously strong piece of card magic. Here's what happens. Two jokers are shown and placed off to the side, and the four aces are produced from the deck.
Aces. First one, second one, third one, and the fourth one. That this is, for me, this is easy. No, come on. This is
Play poker, dude.
The audience chooses an ace, and three random cards are placed face down on top of it. The remaining aces are clearly placed in different spots in the deck.
the other three in other level. And I'm going to try to create a magic moment with three aces lost in three different parts of the deck.
Then it happens. The aces magically vanish from the deck.
2, 3. It's done. What? It's done.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't believe me? No, I know. Because here I don't have more aces, no aces, no aces at all. No aces on the deck. Why? Because here
the four cards are picked up to reveal the aces of travel, but instead the four cards become the two jokers, and the two jokers removed at the beginning become the four aces.
What the f***?
two jokers. The aces have traveled a long time ago. Comes magic and surprise. Magic because aces have traveled.
No way.
Surprise, just wait. I only have the two jokers here. always I have.
You will receive a very special set of cards that can be added to any red rider back deck, along with an instructional video that will teach you exactly how to perform it, featuring FISM World Champion Luis Almeida.
Transpo travel is one of my favorite defects, where 4 aces switch positions with the 2 jokers. For this reason, with no more than 1 deck, you can do a very, very clear miracle. Luis Almeida here, and this is Transpo Travel.
Transpo Travel. So that is in stock now as well. Great little trick and not difficult to do.
Not at all. It's killer.
Really, really good. So there's
Penguin are knocking it out of the park. They've just got so much good stuff coming.
Honestly, the stuff they've got, every time we order stuff, they've got about 5 new amazing products. So we're always getting them in. So if you want your Penguin stuff over here in the UK, you know AlakazamMagicUK is the place to get it. So Nemesis deck, Transpo Travel, both in stock now, if we've got any left. Let me have a look what else. Paul Stevens says, Wayne, I bought clone back to some of my gigs recently. The reactions of this trick are amazing for such a simple effect. Highly recommend.
Thanks very much. Clone is available from AlakazamMagicUK as a download.
It certainly is, and it's a great trick. David Hand said, I will have Elf with me at a gig on Friday and another gig on Saturday, the ideal Christmas trick.
Ah, bless you. I was doing that in the shop the other day.
You were?
Yeah.
You were. So, do you want to speak to us a little bit about your other new release, Christmas release, which is called Christmas Cards?
Yeah. Can I kind of basically go through how this stuff works? Would that be okay?
Yeah,
maybe perform a quick routine, maybe 2 routines, and then explain it. Would that be all right?
Yep.
All right. I'll do it to Wayne, as Wayne's right there on the screen. I'm going to get Drew, actually, to come and sit down. He's not mic'd up, but for this first one, I kind of need a Drew, because I need someone
Everyone needs a Drew.
Drew Perry, everybody. Drew Perry. So, Drew, I have here, do you like Christmas films?
Yeah.
Yeah. My family are kind of obsessed with films at Christmas. We love them. In fact, Sarah is already planning out our Christmas viewing from now until the end of December, and we have certain things that we have to hit. And what I have here is I have some of the most iconic Christmas films of all time. Some of them you've probably seen, some of you might not have seen, I don't know. Obviously, Die Hard's in there because it is a Christmas film, Drew. Good stuff. So I'm going to try and do the same thing 3 times, and each time it's going to get more impressive, and it's going to end with a prediction. I'm going to show you the difference between mind reading and making a prediction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to IMDb. You know the IMDb website? Where you can literally search for any film that you want to. And I'm going to search, I'm not going to show you what I'm searching for, but I'm going to search for a film, which I've done. I'm going to put that over there. We'll get back to that in a minute, but that's my my prediction. So, Drew, what we're going to do here is we've got all these Christmas films. We'll give them a bit of a mix-up. And what I want you to do is just cut any way you want to. And fantastic. And then complete the cut. And what you're going to do is you're going to look at the bottom card. I'm not going to look. You're going to look at the bottom card.
Should I show the camera?
If you want to, yeah. And then put it down. Is that okay? And you can cover it up if you want to. It's absolutely not a problem. Concentrate on the film. This is a film that you've seen.
I have,
but not for a long time. Yeah. Think of the name of the film.
Yeah.
It's just one word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Think of the first letter. It's a K.
It is.
Yeah. Think of a letter in the middle of the word. You went back and forth between like an A and a U. It's Klaus, right?
Yeah.
I tell you what, let's maybe that was a fluke. Let's see if we can go one step further. This time, what I want you to do, there's 16 cards here altogether, so we'll give them another mix-up here like this. And what I want you to do is just cut, very good, and complete the cut. And then the 16 cards, so give me a number from, say, 1 to 16.
7.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You can change your mind if you want to.
No,
I don't want you saying later on, I made you pick that. Are you sure?
I'm happy with that.
Okay. What I want you to do, you're gonna deal. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're gonna look at the 7th card. Is that okay? And remember it. Show the camera. Don't show me. So you cut anywhere you wanted to. Don't. I'm looking away.
Okay.
Have you looked at it?
I have. I'll just show the camera.
Very good. And then cover it up or whatever. I don't want to see. Yeah. I don't want to see anything. There we go.
Yeah.
So this time, concentrate on the film. This is a film that you've seen more recently.
I have.
Yeah, you really like this film. It's one of your favourite films. One of your favourite films. I thought so. Yeah. Think of the film. Think of the film. Say it over and over again in your head, not out loud. Say it over again. Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas. Is that right?
That's right.
Amazing. Now I can do this over and over again, but this time we'll do one last thing. Do me a favour. Just slide any one of them out.
Go with that.
You sure? Do you want to change your mind, or are you happy?
No, I'm happy.
That one right there. Because do you remember? Don't look at it.
Sorry.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Because do you remember from the very beginning, I made a prediction. I went onto IMDb and I did a search.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what I searched for. Love Actually, as you can see. Don't know if that's showing up on the screen, but that's Love Actually. One of my wife's favourite films. Do you like Love Actually?
I'm in Love Actually.
Are you serious?
Genuinely.
That's so cool. That's very cool for many reasons. One, we have to have a discussion about that later. But two, I predicted Love Actually, and you picked Love Actually. So that's something. Oh, thank you. That's something simple that you can do with this, and this is basically monsters, but built into Christmas cards. So first of all, Aid Gower's done an amazing job on the artwork here.
They look amazing.
They look so good, and they're all iconic Christmas films. But anybody who doesn't know the monsters concept, this is so easy because it's marked and cribbed on the back. Now, there's 25 routines with this set. Some of them involve the cards being in stacks, some of them don't. Now, these particular cards, that particular routine I did, involved the cards being in stack. What's nice about this is the stack is alphabetical. So you got A for Arthur Christmas all the way down for P, which is the Polar Express. So technically, if you cut, and I looked at the bottom card because it's a Wonderful Life, I know that's I, so J is Jingle All the Way, so the top one's going to be Jingle All the Way. But there's no memory work, and the reason is the back design of the cards is what really makes this, okay, the back design of the cards. Because what you have here is you have little, have you seen this before? If you haven't, it's great. So you have little bubbles here. Now these little bubbles are all the 16 films in order. So it's 16, then starts again, 16, then starts again, 16. So it's the order. So when you know immediately. So that's a little picture of Arthur Christmas. So the first one's Arthur Christmas. B, that's a picture of Bad Santa. C, that's Christmas Chronicles. But the thing is, the marking system is so intuitive here because do you see the background design of all of these bubbles? They're all different colours. All you have to do is look for the red bubble, and that tells you who it is. So I see the red bubble here. That's a picture of Macaulay Culkin.
Home Alone, yeah.
It's Home Alone. You've never even seen these cards before. You know that's Home Alone. That's how easy it is. But if you look one to the left,
It's the Grinch.
it's the Grinch. That tells you what the card is at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I can have you cut the cards. I see the red bubble.
Sorry, Craig. Just to interrupt. Pete, can you bring Craig up full screen just so the people at home can watch?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sorry, Wayne.
there you go. No?
You're not ready.
No, not really. So you see that one there. You see the red bubble. You're just looking for the red bubble.
Yeah.
One to the left. You know that's going to be Arthur Christmas, right? So I look away as soon as you've cut. I look away and I say, look at the bottom card. So you cut. And then I look away. Now I look here. I'm looking away. I see a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
So the bottom card is going to be Jingle All the Way. So I look away, and I can say it's Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
The second phase, I get you to cut again. And when you cut again, this time, I know it's there. It's Christmas Chronicles, right? But here's the really cool thing. Don't forget these are in order. So I can say, give me a number. Give me a number. Let's say they say 5.
Yeah.
I'm just going to count from here the bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know the 5th card's down is going to be Grinch, but they cut anywhere they want to. I then say, name any number, count down to that card. So I look away, and I know already that they've thought of the Grinch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be Grinch. It has to be Grinch because of the system. Now, the final time, this is a really cool thing where I've got on my notes page, and if I turn the brightness down, you might see this. I've got on my notes page links on my notes page for all of the IMDb links for the films. So at the beginning, I search IMDb, and then I say I'm going to do a search, and I just literally open up the notes page. So the final time, I just have you take one out. So take one out. Anyone you want to. Now, all I have to do is look at the red bubble. But I don't need to know what that film is. I'm just counting where it is. Now, there's 6 to a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't even need to know what that is. All I have to do is open up my phone and hit the link next to 10, as apparently I'm opening it up, and it's going to open automatically on what I think it is, which is this time Jingle All the Way. Let's Jingle All the Way. It's the perfect system in terms of being able to, and there's so many different routines with it. Now, as well as that, you also get with it these cards. Now, these are designed to be kind of an EDC thing. You can use them in conjunction with the cards or separately, and it's the binary system built into 4 lists, and the 4 lists are the most popular Christmas films, the highest rated Christmas films, the most viewed Christmas films, and the most profitable Christmas films. So I have these in my wallet, and it becomes an EDC thing. I don't need to carry the cards around with me. Can I ask you to do something that nobody wants to do, Pete? Can you bring Wayne back up on camera for a minute?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful.
What's with all the bullying? What's with all the bullying?
I love you, Wayne. I'm joking. And I want to show you guys something that you can do with this that is so cool. So let's just say I wanted to show you something, and I said, look, I've got a couple of business cards, and I've got 4 cards here, and they've got like some of the most iconic Christmas films of all time. So you've got the most profitable Christmas films, most viewed Christmas films, highest rated Christmas films, and the most popular Christmas films. There's like a ton of films over these 4 lists. Some of the films appear more than once, some of them appear just once. Go through the lists and think of one of those films, but don't tell me which one.
Yeah, I've got one.
Have you got one?
Yeah.
Now, I want Wayne to also think of one of these films, but I don't want you to say that film out loud ever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you these lists one at a time. You just tell me if your film's on that list or not. Any of the lists that it's not on, I'll show it Wayne, and he can think of one of those films. Yeah, so, is your film there?
It is on that list.
It is on that list, okay. Is it on that one?
No.
No, it's not on that one, okay. Is it on that one?
Yes.
Yes, it's on that one. So it's on both of those, yes?
No, you mixed
No,
it.
sorry, it's on that one. So it's on both of these.
Yeah.
And is it on that one?
Yes.
Yes. So it's on these 3, basically, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so it's on these 3, but it's not on this one.
Correct.
Right. I'm going to show you this, Wayne, and can you think of, I don't know if you can come in close enough. That's great. Thank you.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Hold on, let me just focus. Yeah, I think I've got one. I think I've got one. Yeah.
Fantastic. Perfect. So, let's try this. We'll start with you, Wayne. Don't say anything. I'm going to try and read your mind through the screen and tell you the film you're thinking of.
It's not the first time you've asked Wayne to not say anything.
Yeah, it happens a lot. Okay, I think I've got it. I've committed myself. Wayne, what was the film you're thinking of?
Bad Santa.
Okay, interesting. Have you seen that film?
No, I haven't actually.
Okay, but you just thought of it randomly. Okay. Let's try this with you. Okay, concentrate on your film. You're harder to read, Drew, but I think...
The beard.
It is. It's putting me off, but I think I've got it. I don't know. I think I've got it. Right. Let's just recap. You thought of a film, you never wrote it down, you never told anybody.
Correct.
You thought of a film, you never wrote it down, you never told anybody. I've predicted these from the very, very beginning. First of all, you could have thought of anything, Wayne, and you thought of Bad Santa, didn't you? And I predicted a Bad Santa. And then, nice. Drew, you could have thought of anything. You never told anybody. You still haven't said it out loud. I got Miracle on 34th Street. How did I do?
Yeah, the one.
Perfect. And it's a great use of the binary system. It's self-working. But what's really nice about this is you justify the problem with the binary system is doing that sorting procedure. We're justifying it with this by saying, hey, I need to know the ones that it's not on. So, but the nice thing is the back design of these 4 cards tells you the numerical value, but also acts as a crib. So in the case of you, when you did it, I knew you'd pick number 13. Well, all I have to do is look at the back of the card and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, and immediately, well, that's Miracle on 34th Street. So there's no memory work immediately, because normally a lot of the time the binary system, you've got an external crib. But this, the cards, and Aid did an amazing job with these. The crib is built into the back design of the cards. So you can do stuff like that. And you get these 16 cards, you get the binary system, you get the extra card to do stuff like Chicago Opener, but with Christmas cards. You get the second Polar Express card. And the reactions I get from these are killer, just for these few cards that you put in your pocket. And it's perfect for Christmas, because with these, it's not a one-trick pony. Like I say, there's 25 routines. You can go from one to another one to another one, and you can routine the whole thing together into a little act that you do. So if you're doing a Christmas gig, or you're a hobbyist, or you've got friends coming around your house, this looks like the sort of thing that you'd have. You're deciding which films to watch at Christmas. And like I say, Aid did an amazing job with the artwork. So
yeah, it's beautiful.
Especially this one, especially that front graphic.
Oh, that me continuing Alakazam's obsession of turning me into a cartoon character on every single. This is why I love releasing the coin magic so much. I think it's the coin sets are the only ones where you don't make an attempt to turn me into.
They get a bit more respect.
They do, right?
No, it's not Alakazam. We're just giving people what they want.
So that brings us to the end of today's live, but don't worry, we are back in 4 hours?
4 hours.
4 hours with the launch of this. I'm going to play the little trailer, then we're going to come back and say our goodbyes. So
by the way, before you play the trailer, just thanks to Drew for sitting in and helping me with that. Yes. Some of the stuff that I've been filming today is not even my projects, it's stuff that Drew's got coming out. And my God, wait till you see what Drew's got cooking with Alakazam. It's killer. I can't say any more. I'm bound to secrecy. But it's, Drew, honestly.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
Right, my volume was off. Right, I'm going to play that trailer, and then we'll be back and we'll say our goodbyes. Drew is a legend. I do want to hear how and why you're in love, actually, so you can tell me that in a moment.
Are you one of the little boys in the band at the end? Are you one of the little boys in the band when he's playing drums?
Oh, he's saying, are you one of the little boys in the band at the end? No.
Are you the kid that gets bullied and he wheezes himself? Because you look like...
Are you the kid that gets bullied and wheezes himself?
Not in this film, no.
No. Right. I forgot you couldn't hear, Wayne. Right. Okay. Let's play this trailer and we'll be back to say goodbye.
In 2022, I released the Mirage coin set, and it was incredibly successful. Then in 2023, I bought out the Apparition coin set, which literally set a sales record at Alakazam and sold out in 2 hours. Well, now I'm back with the Nightshade project.
Right, So that is it for today's live. Thank you all for joining us. We will be back tonight at 7 p.m. Do not be late if you want to be in with a chance of picking up a Nightshade project. And we're going to be answering...
The countdown will start at 10:02, won't it? The countdown will start at 10 to 7. And once the first trailer drops, then it will be available to buy, and it will sell quickly.
Yeah.
First come, first served.
Yeah, 100%. And Craig will be demonstrating some of the effects taught on the project.
You know how many people have been messaging me going, can you put one aside? Can you put one aside?
We've had the same.
I'm like, I can't, man. No, we can't.
Yeah. No, we've had the same thing where people have been saying it, and we've been saying we can't because of the live launch and everything, and we just haven't got enough. But you'll be able to see Craig performing some of the routines from the project. We'll be answering questions. You'll get the premiere of the trailer, and we have got some videos, if we've got time, of videos of you out and about performing the routines as well, Craig. We've got a few of those that we can drop tonight as well. But we'll talk about it at 7 p.m. But like Wayne said, the countdown will start at 10 to 7 on Facebook and YouTube. So come and join us. So it just leaves me to say thank you very much to our special guest, Mr. Craig Petty. Thank you, Craig. And of course, my co-host of every week, Mr. Wayne Goodman.
Yeah. And Peter Nardi.
Hey. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in just under 4 hours right here on Facebook or YouTube. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day.